Welcome back to the wonderful world of Ryan. So I've already got one grizzly bear video on the book, so here is a second from a different zoo. So before we begin, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell above. So this is going to be our second grizzly video. So on Sundays, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been doing a lot of animal videos. Here is the grizzly bear. These are at the Central Park Zoo here in New York City. And as I go to different zoos and I look at different animals, we look at these things. Now, I did do the grizzly bears at the Hogle Zoo in a previous video. I believe that was released back on the 26th of August 2018. So these bears are in a completely different environment here at the New York City Zoo. There's two bears here. One's called Betty, one's called Veronica. Those names sound very familiar. But as you notice, if you go to the Hogle Zoo video and the environment there, the Hogle Zoo environment is a lot more deserty, orange, brown. This video shows the bears in a much more gray, kind of granite type atmosphere. Well, this was the original habitat for the polar bear that the Central Park Zoo used to have until it passed away a few years ago. Then these bears were rescues from, I believe, in Wyoming. Then they lived for 20-something years in the Bronx Zoo. And then when the polar bear died, the Bronx Zoo lent these over to the Central Park Zoo. And they've been here since the polar bear passing. These are both Betty and Veronica. Sorry about my fingers there, y'all. But Betty and Veronica are getting older. And while I was there, I happened to talk to a gentleman, and the gentleman said that most domesticated bears, like these, they don't hibernate because there's no need. And two is that these bears are fully grown, and they're smaller because the nutrition here is so constant, and they're not being that strained, and they don't have the space to get much bigger. Betty and Veronica will live to be about 40 years old. In the wild, they would die much younger. One of the two bears actually has arthritis, and if this was something that was happening in the wild, they would not be able to get the treatment they deserve and need to survive, so nature would select them to pass on. So, as we've talked about bears before, I'm getting a little more information. I will gladly pass it on to you. So, domesticated bears live longer solely because of the ability for medical care that is available to them. Now, this is a multi-view spot. So, if you do go to the Central Park Zoo, there is multiple views to view the bears. I went on a very cold day, when they are generally extremely more active than on a hot day. Bears are not very active on hot days. So you'll see that some of the animals that I got photos of, videos of, it was a lot, they're a lot more aggressive, and they're moving around a lot more than they normally would. So I'm happy to report that Betty and Veronica are doing fine, and that we're happy to have them here in New York City. So, again, thanks for joining me here on Art with Ryan. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell above so that you can find out about new, fun animal videos that we're doing here on the wonderful world with Ryan. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Se metió a bañar.